Lisandro is here, old school Clay. How's it going, guys? Ready for another stream? Let me know if the sound is good. All right, this is the final race, Kenda Cup number 7. So this is so for those who don't know, this is the race series in Southern California. It was a 7-race series. It started in February this year. So this is the final race, pro men cross country. How's it going, guys? Thomas is here. Manuel, Landon. All right, all right. So you guys ready to watch some cross country action? I always say this is gonna be a good one. This one is gonna be a good one. You're gonna see my training program was scheduled to peak at this race. So
Derek,
the
dude.
final race.
How's it going?
Everyone is here. Derek is here. Josh is here. We have Sam. We have Pacheco is there. So it was a battle for the championship. We can look at the standings. So this was the standings after race number 6. So Derek was in the lead. Derek had 2 more races than everyone. So it's a 7-race series, and the 5 best count. So you can afford to miss 2 races, or if you do them all, what happens is you can kick the bad points from another race. So Derek is in a good position. Only needs to finish to get a good position. Alfred only did 5 races, so we expect him to win. He's the fastest guy.
So, really like
So
watch the live ones.
Alfred pretty much only has to finish to win the series. Derek only has to finish second. And the real battle, the battle that can be determined on course, is between me and Josh. Ben Goyette, that's me, and Josh Tutel. It's going to be the battle for 3rd place. Whoever finishes in front is gonna get the 3rd place. So it's going to be an interesting battle.
It's
We have Mitchell in the chat. Derek just tuned in.
It's gonna take
Pablo is here. Mobeta. All right. Steven Chandler from North Carolina.
I get a good hour.
All right, guys, ready to watch this.
Pacing yourself hard
So
on the fire road, and then
we can look at the course. It's a 1-lap course.
There's a bit of climbing, but you don't feel it as
Looks
much,
like
and
that.
then the
So
last 35
it's
minutes
1
goes
lap.
down.
It's about at
Like
8,000
4
feet
here.
elevation.
That's the bonus
So
downhill.
8,000 feet is about
It starts
2,400 feet,
pretty much all out
2,400
downhill,
meters
maybe
of
like 5
elevation.
minutes higher than here. So
And we do a bit
pace yourself
different
for an
course
hour,
than
30
last time.
minutes.
If you
The
watch the
last 30
previous stream,
minutes is
it's a bit
bonus,
different.
maybe.
There's some new single track, and then we do the gorgeous skyline at the end, as usual. And then there's a bonus downhill. As you see, the finish line is a bit lower than the start. So there's a bit more downhill than climbing. Total climbing, 2,200 feet. That's 670 meters of climbing. And course length is 23 miles. That's 37 kilometers.
yeah.
So that's for the course. Yeah, we can look at the season, how it happened. Season started in February at Vel Lake. So this is footage from the first race of the season. It was a big crowd. Everyone was there. Growing Strong, Tornstein was there. So that was first race. Was one of my first pro race. So I moved up to pro this season. So that was one of my first pro race. The field was super strong. Look at that, Derek going strong. Was good battles on course. Yeah, Vel Lake was a really fun course with a bit of rain. So I finished 14 at that race, 14th place. So didn't get a lot of points at my first race. The second race in the Kenda Cup, it was at Fontana, but at Fontana I raced on the US Cup. So
Oh man.
So I didn't race the race number 2. That was kind of a mistake there, and I was saving my energy for the short track. As you can see, that's the short track that I raced at the US Cup. So yeah, maybe I should have raced the Kenda Cup there to get some points. So Derek was there. He did all 3 races that weekend. Derek's an animal. All right, so the third race of the Kenda Cup, it was at Bonelli Park. This one here, that was at Bonelli Park. Bonil Park, that was in April. Yeah, April. So I raced the US Cup, and then the next day I raced the Kenda Cup. It was a battle between me and Sam for third place. That was a super fun race. I ended up finishing second at this race, so I got some good points. That was important for the championship. And I had a big crash, synchronized crash with Sam. Don't know if you remember that. And then race number 5, Santa Ynez Valley Classic. Race number 4, Santa Ynez. It was a mud fest. A lot of rain during the night, so the course was all muddy. They had to create a new course for us just to be able to race. So yeah, I finished 4th that race. That was another good race. Got some good points. And then after that, it was race number 5 in Big Bear. So we were racing 3 times in Big Bear this season. So that was the first one of the Big Bear race. I had a good battle with Josh, and I finished 8th in this race. So I got some decent points there. Pretty good result. And then unfortunately, the Kenda Cup number 6 I had to miss because I was sick, so I couldn't race race number 6. So yeah, that was a bummer that I missed race number 6. But yeah, anyway, we're here. We're gonna watch race number 7 tonight. You guys ready to watch this? All right, everyone's there. Kayang is there. All right. Dak is watching on the iPad. All right, sounds good. Let's start the race, guys. Let's start the stream.
We are inside of a minute.
Dan is there from Boston.
Good luck, John.
The most painful start of any race.
Yeah.
John is saying it's the most painful start of any race.
Yeah, you get a little more rollout. It's like 0. Just might have a couple beers.
All right, so we're doing 1 lap. Pro Man XC.
Go!
All right, it's on. The race is on. Jerry is asking who's better, you or Derek. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. It was a close race between me and Derek all season, so you're gonna see that today. Derek is right there in front of me. John Noble on the right there from Team Ninja. Alisa following me with Josh right behind. Dan is saying crush it, bam. Alright, I'm gonna do my best. Alright, this race my strategy is to go all out at the start. Going absolutely flat out. You see John is behind me, he's gonna try to stay with me. Johnny Ringo is behind me in the Pro Woman. Alright, yeah. So my mindset going to this race was flat out. I need to go flat out, stay at the front as long as I can. Try to open a gap with the guys behind. Because I'm racing Josh, so I'm thinking I need to open a gap as early as possible and try to keep it. So I'm right there behind David. So I raced, I don't know if you remember David was the guy racing with us at the Pedal Fest a few weeks ago on the stream. Dak is saying, hope you keep all your cameras. Yeah, we have 3 cameras on this stream. So I have 2 on my bikes, rear camera, front camera, and Josh has also a camera on his helmet, which is cool because we're racing each other, so it's going to be the battle between him and I. Dan is saying, any data, HR pin. Yeah, see that? There we have it. Garmin data, arch radius pin. And John is going in front. So John is strong rider. I'm gonna try to stay with him, and that's Derek behind me. Derek only has to finish, so I don't know what's his mindset going to the race, Derek. Or you trying to go all out? Karen in the chat. How's it going, Karen? Karen is a photographer, took some great pictures during the race. So you see, I'm already struggling to stay with the guys in front. They're super fast. But yeah, I'm burning all my matches at the start. I'm not holding anything back. And you see, that's Josh on the Josh cam. So Josh told me he took the start a lot easier. He started easy. And his strategy was to start slow and then gradually pick up the pace to catch me in the end. Derek is saying, I knew that I had to try to keep up with Pacheco, and if I couldn't, then I could just finish no matter what. I would be second overall. Said I was feeling terrible that day. Yeah, that happens. Jay Rice saying Big Bear's my favorite. What you say? Yeah, it's one of the best courses we have on the calendar for sure. I really don't mind racing a few races there. Skyline is so fun. You just get in the zone when you ride Skyline. Dak is asking, what about displaying your elevation speed? Yeah. So yeah, I wish I could. I did it on my last stream because it was a small video file, but this one is too big, so it would take me a few more days to render the HR data, so I cannot do it, unfortunately. I will need something real-time data. If Garmin has something for me, I'm listening. Alright, so you see I'm starting to close the gap a little bit on the guys. I'm really going all out. And Josh is going easy. Those are the Cat 1 man guys. Cat 1 1924 that just passed Josh. Alright, that's Sam in front. I'm thinking maybe I can catch Sam. Looks like he's getting dropped a little bit, so maybe if I can catch Sam, we can work together. Derek says he got the win at the Big Bear Trails Foundation event. Yeah, that seemed like a good event. Yeah. How long was it, Derek? What was the time? All right. I don't think I'm gonna catch Sam there. Sam is going strong. Alright, we can look at I have the Strava flyby, so we're gonna be able to follow the riders. So I'm right here, I'm the guy in black, kind of in the middle. Derek is following me here, and Josh is a bit behind there. In purple here, that's Sam. I'm trying to catch Sam, and the fast guys in front. There's David there. There's Pacheco there. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can catch those guys. Yeah, so we have Pacheco is in front. We have John Noble there, Stuart Gonzalez. We have David Mayhew is there, and Sam Bram is there. All right, so Jay Rice asking, what tires do you guys like in Big Bear? I know Derek likes the Sabre Pros. For me, I think they're a bit too skinny for Big Bear, so those I ride are the Kenda Cosmic. So those are the tires that I ride. Kesma Cosmic Light 2 Pro. I'm also riding Nair wheels. Those are carbon wheels made in Los Angeles here. Yeah, I like the Cosmic Light 2 Pro. Those are 2.2. The size is 2.2. I think my tire pressure was 19 at the front and 23 at the rear. It's a pretty good setup. So if you've been watching my streams, you know that's the setup I've been using for the last 3 or 4 races now. So I didn't change anything for this race. Almost superstitiously, but I was really liking my setup, so I decided not to change anything. So Derek, you're saying you did the race in 1 hour, 8 minutes with a flat. Wow, that was the race last week for the Big Bear Foundation. Good job, Derek. Kim Rice is racing single speed Kansas City 2017 this Saturday. Wish me luck. All right, good luck, Kim. Single speed. That's brutal, man. All right, so I'm losing sight with the guys in front. And not that far, but they're starting really fast. Look at that. I'm still here. Who's there? That's not Sam. That's Stuart. Sam is at the front. We don't have Pacheco, so Pacheco is right here with them. I don't have him on the flyby. unfortunately. All right, Frederick is here from Sweden again. All right, how's it going, Frederick? Early morning in Sweden. Like you're saying, keep pedaling. Yeah. Yeah, so my strategy was going to go flat out. To start flat out, to go flat out in the middle of the race, and to finish flat out. That was my strategy. So yeah, I planned all my season was planned to peak at this race. So I'm using Training Peaks, the software, and I know you guys know that Training Peaks is a good training software. It's actually a website, and you put all your training in there. You decide which race you wanna peak at, and it does your annual training plan, and then you can put all your workouts in there and track your progress. It's a really good software. We can talk about it during the stream. I'm gonna show you my my training plan. I can show you a sneak peek. We're gonna talk about it during the stream. So this was my year plan. So all the phases, all the workouts, and which races I decided to prioritize. Let's look at that a bit later as we're about to go downhill there. Mark Smith saying, "Hey Ben, Kenda Cup number 7 was my first XC race." Nice, good job, Mark. I thought this was a great course. I met you at the finish. All right, nice meeting you, Mark. Yeah, I met a lot of people that weekend. It's awesome that you guys come see me after the race or before the race. It's always nice to see you guys. Keep doing that. Keep saying hi.
Passing you on the
All
right.
Making a move there on a fast section. So this is a tricky section.
On the left.
It looks flat on the camera, but it's actually a fast downhill. It's a bit loose. Alright, Derek is asking, will we see you at the Rim Nordic this weekend? No, I'm not going to be there this weekend, guys. I know it's the Rim Nordic race this weekend. Go there for me, guys. Alright, so Josh is still at the top. Hasn't started going downhill yet. So there's a big gap. Josh was starting slow. It's the race between him and I for 3rd place in the championship. Whoever finishes ahead of the other is gonna clinch the 3rd place in the championship.
Good job.
Alright, cheering on the guys, and the Cat 1 1924 are catching me.
Pass you on the left.
Alright, making the move. Tricky section. That's where I broke my shoulder 3 years ago there. Right there. So I'm a bit scared. Alright, this guy making the move. Yeah, I think we're going over 30 miles per hour in this section, 35. Hey, Moinazo is here. In the chat from Mexico. How's it going? Mark says I sent you a picture. Yeah, I got your pictures, Mark. Said the bumblebee is easy to spot.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, if you've seen my kit, it's quite easy to spot. So here I'm gonna try to follow those guys, the Cat 1 1924. They're going fast, so it's a good strategy for me to pace up there, try to catch their wheel, benefit from the draft. All right, Rob Mayers is in the chat. Says thanks for the great footage this year. From Colorado, all right. If you want to come to Big Bear, let us know. We're gonna ride with you, Rob. I'm gonna show you the good trails. Yeah, Big Bear is a good place to visit. There's a big trail network there, bike park, some good accommodations. Yeah, it's a nice city to visit. Scott Jordan is asking where is this. So this is in Big Bear Lake in Southern California. It's about 2 hours from Los Angeles. So it's up in the mountains. It's about 8,000 feet elevation. And there, I took a wrong line there. See, I didn't go as aggressive as them, and I just lost the wheel, and I'm not in the draft anymore. So I'm not able to reconnect with them. They're gonna get away. So Dak is asking, what bike are you on? So I'm riding the Scott Spark RC 900. I'm riding the 2015 version. Here it is, Scott Spark RC 900 with near wheels, carbon wheels. Pretty good setup. I love it. 29er wheels, dual suspension. Single track set is saying first day of school tomorrow. Really? Really? August 3rd, man. That's soon. That's so early, man. I hope you had a good summer. And Nathan Peterson is here from Minnesota. Alright, and Josh is making progress. That's the Josh cam. Josh is trying to catch me. Scott Jordan is here from Colorado. Alright, so as you can see, the first part of the race is mostly fire roads, so it's a very painful start of a race, like John was saying on the starting line. So the idea there is to go flat out on the fire road, to go really hard, and then when you hit the single track, it's a bit more engaging, so you don't feel the pain as much, so you can recover a bit more there. So I usually try to burn a few more matches right at the start of the race, especially that day. So since I'm peaking, my training program was designed to peak at that race. I'm feeling really good, so I'm going for it. I'm going all out. So Brad is here. How's it going, Brad? So Cat 1 starts behind Pro. Was that the case? I think that was the case. Yeah, I think all the Cat 1s started behind the pros. I think we were starting at 10:15, and then all the pros were behind us. So you're gonna see a few Cat 1s pass us. You're even gonna see some endurance guys are in the mix as well. Those guys are doing 2 laps, about a 4-hour race. So there's gonna be some traffic. Let's see where we are on the flyby. Alright. There it is. So, I'm right here. I'm starting to make some progress on Stewart. I didn't see that because I'm not seeing him. And then Derek is making progress on me. And Josh is quite far behind. Josh is last at the moment. So, and the lead group is there with Sam, John, Pacheco, and who else? I think we had David there as well. So we have a strong group at the front, but it's a long race, so this is just the start. If you're just tuning in, we're watching Kenda Cup number 7 in Big Bear, California. So the race was recorded 2 weeks ago. It was 23rd, was that it? Yeah, July 23rd in Big Bear Lake, California. So I did the edit, and now I'm broadcasting the footage live tonight. I'm streaming from Los Angeles. So welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in, if it's the first time you watch, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and yeah, I'm gonna stream some more coming, more races coming this season. So this is the last big cross-country race I had scheduled. So after that, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna race some cyclocross, some downhill, some enduro, just for fun, and then start preparing the next season. All right, so that was a new part. We went, see there, we went left at the fork. So there's gonna be some new trails for me that I've never ridden there. Derek says, great job for doing a recap of the whole season in your stream. Thanks. I got that idea 15 minutes before the stream started. I was like, oh yeah, I should do that. So I was able to find all my Instagram posts and put them all in the timeline real quick. Oh yeah, that was last minute. But yeah, if you haven't watched my videos, you can look back at my videos on YouTube. The whole season is there. A lot of guys tell me they watch that on the trainer when they train indoor. They watch my videos and help them to go through a long spinner session. Nathan is asking, will you be doing live stream for the cyclocross race? Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna do that for cyclocross. It's gonna be fun. Cyclocross has a lot of on-track action, short races. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe not all we're gonna see, because there's a lot of races, but you will see if my schedule allows it. So Brad is saying the OC Limestone, September 16. Looks like a good race. Oh yeah, I never heard of this one. I'm gonna have to check it out. Bob saying no more XC. Oh no, there's gonna be some more XC for sure. There's a lot of cross-country racing in SoCal. Yeah, I think there's gonna be the Triple Crown race series. I usually do a few races there. Southridge USA is doing a few cross-country races as well. So yeah, there's gonna be some cross-country this fall as well within the schedule. So Mark Smith is asking, Training Peaks, is that a computer program? Yeah, so I think it's a program, but it's also a website. You can go on the website trainingpeaks.com, and it's based on I think it's Joel Frall, the coach who wrote some good books about training. So the program is based on his theory about how to train. It's pretty much the authority in terms of how to train. Everybody who's training usually follows the structure that these guys invented. So it looks like that. So what you do in Training Peaks is you put all your important races. So you choose A races, B races, and C races. So A is an important race where you want to perform at your peak. A B race is a race where you want to have a good race, and a C race is going to be a race where it's kind of part of your training, so you're going to be tired. The reason we do that is because it's not possible to be at your peak at every race.
Flat?
And Sam has
man.
a flat there. So that's a bummer, because Sam was having a good season. He had some really strong race. He got a win in Bonnelly Park. But yeah, unfortunately he got a flat there, and didn't seem like he had a spare tube, so he's gonna DNF this one. Yeah, so usually the training program, so once you choose your the races where you want to peak, the program is gonna create your annual training plan like that, and it's gonna be divided into phases. So you see there's a base 1 phase, base 2, base 3. That's usually the base training where you do a lot of volume but less intensity. And usually a phase is 4 weeks. So you do 3 weeks of intense training, and then 1 week is recovery. So that's usually a block of training. And yeah, you put your workouts in there, and you can kind of structure your training like that and keep track of it. If you're doing it well, it looks like that when you track your fitness. So see the blue line is the fitness that you accumulate over time, and the purple line is the fatigue. So that's what they call the acute training load. And then we have Josh there making progress on me. Yeah, so with the program, it tracks your fitness, it tracks your fatigue, it tracks your form. So you can kind of predict when you're gonna have a good race with that. You can craft a peak. That's why it's called Training Peaks. That you try to have a good peak at a race. That's important, so you have a good performance. So that's the theory. That's what your coach wants your graph to look like. Mine look like that. It was more of a of a big plateau. I kind of reached the maximum I can train in a year. So I kind of maintain that fitness. I just try to keep it high. You see those spikes of purple. That's when I do big training, and then I kind of pace down, and then you see the yellow is the form, so the form goes up when I recover. So the idea is to bring your fitness high, the blue line, but doing so you get a lot of fatigue, so you're not going to be fast if you race like that. But if you recover for a week or two and you kind of pace down a little bit, then you're going to recover, but you're still going to have a lot of fitness. So that's when you have a peak and you have a good race. But you cannot do that all the time because you will always be recovering too much, so you wouldn't gain fitness. So it's kind of a strategic planning to do, and the software and the training beat helps you with that. So if you're interested in that, you can look at the description below. I put some links to books. So those books talk about those principles and how to train. It's a bit overkill for Cat 1 and Cat 3 and Cat 2. I put some books for Cat 2 and Cat 3 below. And if you want to start more serious training like that, more structured training, that's the Cat 1 book I put below. Josh is saying, I was feeling super weak today at the start. I rode too much the day before. Yeah, so as you see, you had a big purple spike on your training peak for the race. That's not good. You should have taken it easy, Josh. But you see that could have been the difference between, you know, making it in front or not. So that's Josh making progress. Josh is catching us. Yeah. You can see if we look at the flyby, so Josh is right there. See, he was a bit farther, so he's making progress. Derek is also making progress on me. I'm right there, and that's Stuart right there, and the guys in front are here. And unfortunately, that's Sam. Looks like Sam is still going. I don't know if Sam had a spare tube after all, maybe. All right. Still climbing. A lot of fire road to climb at the start. Here's the elevation profile. So a lot of good up and down. The first part is mostly fire roads, and then we're gonna hit some single track pretty soon. So Derek said in the chat, let's join him September 30th for the Grizzly 100. Yeah, they want to try to do that. It's a 100 kilometers in Big Bear. It's a Grand Fondo type of race. 10,000 feet of climbing. The best trails in Big Bear. Yeah. So September 30th. Mark your calendars, guys. It's gonna be epic. Like the Grizzly 100. So Lee V2 is asking, do you go on any diets before a race? I don't. I try to always eat the same like LT diet, so I don't do anything special before a race. I just make sure I hit my marks. I make sure I don't eat too much and I eat enough and stay hydrated. But I don't make drastic changes. What do you guys eat before a race? Does anyone has a secret meal, a special meal for the race, or a special breakfast? the single track. So I didn't pre-ride the course. I mean, I raced there often, so I kind of know the trails. But I didn't know all the transitions, all the. So Dak is saying yogurt granola berries 1 hour before. Yeah, usually that's a good mix. All right, so there's a. Here we're supposed to get on the single track, but I don't know that.
Long. Oh, sorry.
I thought it was going.
Oh, that's the single track.
I thought we were gonna keep going on the fire road, so I missed the turn there. Lost a bit of time. All right, single track. I haven't done this trail much, you know, so I think it might be the second time I do it. Dan Williams saying Hammer Nutrition. Yeah, that's the gel I use. The gel I'm using for this race. It's the Hammer Nutrition gel. I use the espresso one, the one with caffeine. Ramil is asking, is it Skyline Trail? That's not Skyline yet. Am I right? What is this one called? Big Bear people are gonna say it in the chat. What's the name of this trail? And Josh is starting to see he did a mistake too. he turned before, so all right, we both lost time there. Plantation is the name of the trail. All right, that's Plantation. Super fun section. And Peta PTR is asking, how did you get into racing? Yeah, some friends told me about it. That's how I started. Oh yeah, and got into the water there. The rear camera is with. Yeah, just friends told me about it. Hey, you want to go race? And I was like, really? Can we do that? Are we allowed to do that? So I just went with them and then fell in love with racing. So yeah, if you think about racing, you don't know if it's for you. Just know that it's open to everybody. So whether you're a kid, a teenager, there's a category for everyone. It's they have beginner categories, junior categories. Beginners are usually gonna race under an hour. It's about an hour the race. So you don't need to be in a club or anything. You just need to show up on a race day, sign up, sign the waiver, pay your entry fee, and that's it. You race and you have a good time. So yeah, if you're interested, do it. Josh just went through the water there. And Rectech Dave is here. How's it going, Rectech? Just tuned in. Just tuned in for the good part. We just started the single track. So if you're just tuning in, we're watching Kenda Cup number 7. This is the Kenda Cup West Series in Southern California. It's race number 7. It's the final race, and it's the battle between me and Josh for 3rd place in the championship. Alright, so that part is new to me. I've never done that part. It's a bit of climbing, great single track. If we look at the flyby here, so you see I'm here and Derek is catching up with me. Like he has a line of sight on me. And Josh is gonna catch us soon too. So the race is changing. So Derek knows the trail. So he's gonna be faster than me there for sure. He says now we're on Skyline. The last section just above Bear Valley Bikes. All right. Livy2 says, sheesh man, my dad races XC. My first race was 32 miles. It was the roughest thing I ever done in my life. Wow. Yeah, you started with a big one. 32 miles, that's a lot. Tonight we're doing 23 miles. Lewis MTB saying I do downhill, but this looks sick. Yeah, this is fun. This is super fun. It's longer. Downhill is a short race. This you have a bit more time to find your pace, to get in the zone. Yeah, speaking of getting in the zone, during this race, I was so in the zone. You know, sometimes we call it the no mind mindset. I was totally slipping into no mind. I was totally focused. The body was feeling well. I was one with the bike. I knew the setup. I did the whole season with this bike. I didn't change the tire setup for the last 3 or 4 races, so I was really feeling it. So that was like a really good feeling to be in the zone like that for the whole race. It doesn't happen every time. Sometimes you're working, sometimes you're working hard. But yeah, when you get into a mindset like that, it feels like everything is easy. You you're just controlling. You're just like the director. I'm going there, and everything's happening effortlessly, like the way it should. And Greg is saying, thanks for showing everyone how fun XC can be. Nice, Greg. Yeah, we're gonna get some more and more downhill guys to race with us. It's a bummer that Greg couldn't race with us. Yep. He got a freak accident with a motorcycle while pre-riding the course. That was a bummer because Greg is a fast guy. Greg's a downhill racer. He's racing with us cross country. Derek says there was a huge rattler in that section during the Trail Foundation time trial. Oh shit. Yeah, I was thinking about that during this race. I was like, oh, I hope we don't find it. We don't like hit a snake or something. That's super scary. Lewis is saying, I don't have the fitness to do this. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Worst case, you sign up beginner and you just do 1 hour. You can ride for an hour, so start it as a race and finish it as a ride. It's okay. You're gonna gain a lot of fitness just by racing for fun. Alright, Derek is making progress on me. A little tricky section there. It's a bit narrow. Like you don't want to put a wheel at the wrong place because you're gonna lose a lot of time if you go wide. So Dak is asking, how are you measuring your effort during the race? HR, power, or perceived effort? So during the race, it's only perceived effort. I don't really look at my Garmin, and I don't have a power meter, so I don't know the power. But yeah, and especially because it's a high elevation race, so I don't really have a reference. I don't really know what the number means at high elevation, so I go by feeling. I know how long I can go at that feeling. So, and right now my feeling is flat out. I just give everything I have. See. Lee saying, I love that feeling when your legs and lungs are warmed up and everything is easy mode. Makes you feel invincible. Yeah, totally. I was totally in that mode. And Duan is asking, where is Pacheco? So Pacheco is at the front. You can look at the flyby. All right. So I don't have Pacheco on the flyby, but Pacheco would be about here with the lead group. So you see I'm right here. Derek is on my tail, and Josh, which is on the camera there, is a bit behind. So Josh is gonna start to pace up. All right, we have another. I think that's Cal. Cal in Cat 1, 1924. All right, so I'm gonna stay with Cal there.
Really my least favorite climb.
He says it's his least favorite climb. Yeah, that one is a bummer. It's a steep one. So Duan is asking whose camera we're watching. Is it you or someone else? So we have 2 cameras. So this one right there is mine. So I have a front camera and a rear camera. And when you see there's another camera on Josh, you're gonna see in the bottom right corner it's written Josh Cam. So that's when we're watching Josh. So it's interesting because we're racing each other. And you see here we are. Josh is right here. So that's direct. That's me here. So Josh is about to make contact soon. He's spacing up. He's attacking that climb. Derek is saying Penny was followed by John Noble. Having a really good race that day. Luca is saying I would have passed out by now. No. You'd be fine. You'd be fine. You just pace down a little bit, take a drink, take a sip. Alright, roads are open to public, so we still have to watch out because cars are coming like that. Alright, Levy2 is saying, do you race expert? So this is Proman. This is the Proman race. And I'm riding the Scott Spark RC 900. Right, I'm with Cal. Gonna be able to get a little boost there on his wheel. Steve is saying, great show, Ben. Nice production, good quality. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, there's some Cat 1 in the mix. So you see this guy in front is racing expert. He's racing expert 1924. He's probably thinking, hey, I can beat those pros. I should be racing pro. So yeah, that's great. And yeah, I hope a lot of the Cat 1 guys are watching the stream and they're like, okay, I'm gonna move pro next year. I'm gonna beat those guys. So dirt bike board man is asking, is this a cross-country bike? Yeah, that's a cross-country bike. Spark RC900. So it's a dual suspension bike. So 100mm travel. It's a very capable bike. Nathan is asking, staying with the Spark next season? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the same bike. I'm not gonna upgrade to 2018. I don't think there's gonna be any upgrades. On the frame or anything, it's just gonna be the same parts. So yeah, it's not worth for me to upgrade. I'm gonna wait until maybe they change the frame a little bit. Alright, and Josh entering the single track there. He's gonna catch Derek soon. And Cal is about to drop me. Danush is saying, am I late? Oh yeah, you missed a little bit. How far are we into the race? I think we're about 48 minutes into the race. It's a 2-hour race, so the best part is yet to come. We're on the single track. Levy2 is saying, just picture an enduro doing this. Or all mountain. It's not impossible. I mean, if you go there just to ride for fun, the trails, those trails are super fun on an enduro bike. Usually I ride with, when I go there, I ride with my Santa Cruz Bronson, and those trails are fun on the Bronson. Of course you don't smash the PR on the climbs like that, but it's still fun, because the enduro bikes, they climb really well, so it makes it very fun, and when you hit the downhill, you can just blast through. Dak is saying, have you raced a hardtail? Is a full much better? Yeah, I used to race a hardtail before that. And to be honest, I prefer the full suspension. I think it's worth the wait. Not just for the downhill, but also for every corners, you get so much more grip. So I'm kind of on the fence sometimes, but sometimes the deciding factor is also because I record YouTube videos, so it makes the videos a bit smoother. So that's another factor. Dual suspension and the big wheels, it helps to make the video better. But yeah, I like that. It's a very stable setup, and I race for fun, so I don't want to crash and take too much risk. Luca is saying, I do 40 minutes and I am done. I gotta work on that. Yeah. Oh yeah, take it easy, one step at a time. Do 40 minutes every week, and then next week after that, next block after that, you go to 50, and then 1 hour, and you're gonna get there. So Granat is asking, can you see your can we see your power and heart rate? So I don't have a power meter, and my heart rate I cannot put it on the screen because it takes too much time to render the video, so it would take a few more days to render. So that's why I cannot put it in the videos when it's a 2-hour race. But I can show you the heart rate analysis after my race. So you can see I spent an hour in zone 4, which is really good. And I also spent 5 minutes anaerobic, which is a lot for a high elevation. Usually at high elevation I cannot make it into anaerobic. Spent a good amount of time in tempo, and I was surprised to see 16 minutes in zone 2. That must be when I go downhill. So what that tells me is that because I was able to go anaerobic and I was also able to go zone 2, that means I was really fresh. I was supposed to peak at this race. And what a peak means sometimes is that you get a wider range of heart rate, so you can go harder, but you also recover a lot better, so you can go down all the way to zone 2 during a race. So that's telling me that my training program to peak at this race, it worked really well. I was feeling good, I was feeling fresh, and the data shows me that I was able to have a wide range of heart rate, so that's a good thing. Alright, Josh, making progress, pacing up. It sounds like he's going slower, but it's just because the sound is different on the camera. I'm recording with a Hero 5, GoPro Hero 5 session, and he's recording with a Hero 4 session. So it's 2 sessions, just 2 different versions. Levy2 says, you need to ride fully rigid, you will never go back, my man. I started fully rigid. My first mountain bike was a fully rigid, and I was riding the World Cup track in Bromont, Quebec with that bike. That was insane. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, the trail is only as technical as the bike is capable, right? So So Dirt Bike Boy is asking, is it harder to race in higher climate? You mean higher elevation? Yeah, it's a lot harder to race at high elevation. You feel like your lungs are burning. You feel like for the same perceived effort, you go a lot slower. So it's hard mentally because you feel like you're having a bad day. But you're just gonna know that it's normal, and it's the same thing for everyone. So if you race with the feeling, you go at your max feeling and accept the pace that you have and race with that. That section is so fun. You gotta have a good flow, work with your upper body over those rocks. Gotta make sure you don't hit a rock with a pedal there. It's so easy to make a mistake there. It's quite narrow. J Rice is saying, I'm riding a specialized carb hardtail. Are you using a dropper post? No, I'm not using a dropper post. For this course, I don't think it's necessary. The downhills are not steep enough to require a dropper. So I don't think it's worth the wait. At Rim Nordic though, the Rim Nordic is similar terrain, but there's some steeper downhill. I think there it might make sense to have a dropper seat post. Look at that on the right. I've never done that. Seems to be like a skinny track there. Don't try this during a race. Alright, here we are on the flyby. I'm still ahead of Derek, and Josh is still not too far behind. So the other guys are there. This is the leading group. Stewart is there. Big huge thing, try the ramp. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back for that. I thought about it. It's gonna look cool on the stream if I take the ramp. But no. Alright, we can see where Josh is. Derek saying, Ben, did you ever get the speed evolution valves mounted up on your wheels? No. No, not yet. You guys need to send me some sick valves. Gotta pimp that bike. Nathan is asking, are you heading to Quebec to watch the Mount Saint Anne UCI World Cup? No, I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could race there too. I love that track. I used to race there on the Quebec Cup. I raced there many times. Such a fun course. Dak is asking, how do you like your carbon wheels? Are they holding up? Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. The Near wheels I'm using, I got them at Bike Improve. Near is the one who's building them, so he builds them the way you want them. So you're gonna be able to choose your hub, choose your spokes, everything. It's handmade by him in Los Angeles. So yeah, I really like them. It's a competitive price, and you're able to customize them exactly the way you want them. So yeah, I really like them. And Hitani just subscribed. All right, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Dirt bike board. Do you have a preferred bike for beginner? I don't know. For beginner, I think any bike is good. You don't need to break the bank to start racing. Usually for beginners, I recommend the Giant brand. It's usually you get a good price. Cal Chromie just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, you gotta ask Derek for a good beginner bike. Derek at the Bear Valley Bikes. It's gonna hook you up with something good. Or if you're on the west side, where I go is a Bike Improve. So that's where I go for my bike. If you're on the west side, Bike Improve. That's where I got my my Scott. All right, everyone subscribing. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Russell Malm. Dirt Bike Boy, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Luca is saying, I feel bad riding my $600 bike, seeing all these multi-$1,000 bikes. Patrick Hogan, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, don't feel bad, Luca. We all started with a $600 bike.
Speed up, guys.
Ray Sean, just
Let's go,
subscribe. right, so that was Callum Ryan. Just subscribe. All right, guys, you guys all subscribing. Keep smashing that subscribe button. You're gonna be notified next time I stream. All right, Josh. Going to ride. All right, have a good ride, Josh. Try to catch me if you can. Yeah, Josh is the guy behind me trying to catch me. It's the battle for third place in the championship. So it looks like Josh is right on the tail of Derek, about to make a move. If I look at the flyby. And behind me, that's Pascal Bonaventure. This guy is racing 14:49, and he's doing the. Am I right? Is he doing the endurance? I think he's doing the endurance race. So he's going to do almost 4 hours. All right, that's Josh there, and Greg Dempster just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. All right, so Josh is following Derek, about to make a move. Luca just subscribe. All right, a lot of new people tonight. Welcome to the stream. Pascal is hanging on, following me. And Josh is about to pass Derek there, following him closely. It sounds so quiet with you guys. Alright. Fortin 182, just subscribe. Sounds like a guy from Quebec, am I right? Tani is asking, how much lower do you think you would be on your Bronson if you ran the same tires in this race? Oh boy. I don't know. It's probably worth a good 15 minutes for sure on a 2-hour race. Just because of the weight. I mean, the geometry wouldn't help, but yeah, I think it would be a 15-20 minutes gap for sure. Yeah, the spark is so stiff. When I lock the suspension and I push hard on the climb like there, it's all the energy is transferred to the bottom bracket. It feels really stiff. And the thing with the Bronson is it's a lot slacker, it's a lot like squishy, so you lose a lot of energy there. It's midnight on your side, dirt bike boy. So Derek says I was starting to struggle. Alright, so Derek can afford to take it easy. If you've seen the championship points, Derek is leading the series so far after 6 races. So you can afford to. You got a few races in the bag, so you can afford to take it easy and just secure the 2nd place. So the real battle is between Josh and I for the 3rd place. So Trug Gaming is asking, how are you streaming this in the woods? No, the thing is I record the race on my GoPro. So the race was 2 weeks ago. So I recorded that with a GoPro 2 weeks ago. I did the edit, and now I'm streaming that to you live from Los Angeles. So so the stream is live, but the footage, you see the video footage, is pre-recorded. That's how we do it. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, that would be nice if we could have all like little antennas and stream live and someone else is commenting or race live. That'd be nice. And Pascal is not giving up. Still following me there. I think he's on his 2nd lap. All right, so we're on Skyline there. So first part of Skyline there we climb. So but it's a engaging climb. So see, you gotta hop over those rocks. You cannot go slower. You must attack them. So I like that because it's a bit easier mentally. You don't have to really pace the pain so much. You just gotta do what you gotta do to go through. So kind of get your mind away from thinking that you're hurting. So you just pedal hard to get over the rocks. So Fortin's asking, is it a full suspension? Yeah, full suspension. Scott Spark, RC 900.
Rudder back.
All right, so Josh is gonna start to pace up. We're gonna see him on the flyby. Josh is right here in red. I'm right there in black. He's gonna try to bridge the gap. And we have Stuart here. Here we have David is here, and in the front we have John. John is killing it. I think David was having trouble. He said he hit a rock with his derailleur. So he was having trouble with his chain. He hit a rock, and then the chain started to drop. So that's why David is starting to fall back. But I think he was in front of John for a while. He was riding in second place, following Pacheco. Pacheco is in first right now. So Cal is asking, do you know if there were any pictures posted for this race? Because I didn't see any on PB Creative. No, PB was on the East Coast for that weekend. So we had Karen. Karen was there to take some pictures. Let me see if I can find them for you. And traveling, just subscribe. Welcome to the channel.
Coming up.
Gonna pass some hikers, trail runners. So yeah, look on Facebook. Karen Eot Photography. She took some great pictures of the crafts and cranks, cross country, and the other disciplines. This guy hates shit on the finish line. Oh man. Yeah, Karen is there. I posted the podium pics. All right, look her up on the Facebook. You're gonna see some great pictures there. Dirt Bikes asking, do you race 1x11? 1x12. Yeah, it's the SRAM Eagle. 1x12. Josh is passing the same trail runner, so he's getting close. So you see when I pass the people, and then we can see the gap between Josh and I. See, that's my drivetrain. 1x12.
Thank you.
JB GTR saying, how are you liking the humid weather?
Coming up.
Yeah, it's very humid.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's been humid this week in Los Angeles. But I'm used to that. I'm from the East Coast, so I know what it's about.
Thank you.
All right, a lot of traffic. So Derek is riding 1x11 with the E13 cassette, 946.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good setup. I don't think I use my big cog, my 12 cog on my cassette for this course, because the climbs are not super steep. So what do you guys race? What do you guys have on your bike? Is everyone one by? Is it the end of the front derailleur? I think all my bikes now are one by. I don't have any more bikes with the front derailleur. I think my last bike was my Bronson, and I just did the conversion to 1x10, and it's so much better.
Coming up. Thank you.
All right. This is Derek's favorite tree. So JBGTR says it's in Ventura. It's very humid. It's hard to go out and bike. Greg says he's racing with a 1140 cassette. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Can't go slow with that.
Thank you.
Benchmark Vlogs asking, is this a game? No, it's real life. I was recording on a GoPro, streaming the footage to you live tonight. The iconic phallic symbol of Skyline. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, rock roll. All right, Josh is making progress. Look at that, I'm right here. Josh is here, making progress on me.
Go, go, go.
Do you ever ride Greer Ranch? No, I don't think I ever. No, I don't think I've ever ridden there.
Woo. Nice.
So I'm still feeling good. I'm still feeling strong, attacking everywhere, but I'm not feeling the pressure yet. I didn't have a contact with Josh. I didn't see him over my shoulder, so I still have no clue right now where he is. So I still want to go as fast as I can. So he's right there. He's starting this single track, not too far behind. Greg saying Romolo is bagging. Is he? I think he got first place in the 45-49. Yeah, he could be racing with us. There's no shame in moving up with pros. Well, yeah, don't have to. Yeah, it seems like everyone is one by. was not having a lot of fun on this single track. So that's when you have fun, that you can slip into no mind, and when you're having fun, some positive thoughts, and then you don't even think about you're doing a race, then you just this optimal mindset, and everything feels effortless. Dirt Bike Boy is asking, have you raced on the East Coast? Yeah, I raced on the East Coast in Quebec a lot. I did a few seasons on the Quebec Cup. Yeah, that was fun. Racing some World Cup tracks there, Mont Saint-Anne, Saint-Félicien, Bromont, Mont-Tremblant. Yeah, great place to race. A lot of mud, a lot of humidity. Some seasons you have to change bottom bracket 4 times.
Thank you.
So Dak is asking, do you know your max speed on this race? Yeah, we can check. If you want, there's a link below for my race. You can look at the analytics there. All the data is there. If we look at the max speed, 21.8 miles per hour. So I think that must have been on the fire road descent at the beginning. Right, nailing those rocks. I'm starting to know Skyline very well. Maybe not as well as Derek, but there's such a good flow on this track. Josh is getting closer. Look at that, right here and right there. So we're gonna have a contact soon. So is everyone racing Rim Nordic this weekend? Sunday is the final race at Rim Nordic. So if you don't know, it's in Running Springs, California. It's not too far from Big Bear. It's on the way up to Big Bear in Running Springs. So it's the final race this Sunday. Really great course. If you watch my previous video, I raced there twice, 3 times already, including enduro.
Whoa, not coming up.
Not coming up. I got stuck in the bush there.
Sorry.
She says she's not in a hurry. That's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. I just brushed the bush and then the bush just grabbed me. Oh man, I lost some time there.
What was that?
What was that? Citra 10 is asking how many times you race Skyline. I don't know, maybe 12 times. I mean, it's the 5th racing season, and we race there twice per season almost. So yeah, I raced there at least 10 times. Rectech Dave is asking, should I move up to Cat 2? If you finish 4th in beginner, 50 plus, and it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I guess it depends on how long you want to, how long you want your races to be.
Going up. Yep.
Because if you're not crushing everyone in Cat 3 and you enjoy the duration and you don't plan to train very a lot more seriously, then it's okay to hang there. If you were like always on the podium, I would say move up. Because Cat 3 is more for first-time beginners, people to learn what racing is about. And then you can move up to Cat 2, do a longer race with more competition. But it's up to you. There's no shame in being in Cat 2 and finishing last. I would say it's more fun to be in Cat 2 because the race is longer, so you're gonna get about an hour, 30 minutes of racing. So it's gonna feel a bit more like a challenge to finish the race. Dirt bike boys, and do you have fun racing? Of course. Of course, I'm having a blast, and this was like one of my favorite races ever, this one. It felt so good. The bike felt good, the body felt good. Yeah, I was flying.
Josh!
And I saw Josh right there, so contact. So that's gonna put a lot of pressure on me. I was like, okay, it's on. It's the race for third place. He's right there. So I'm there in the video. Visual contact. He's right there on the right. Okay, it's on.
Is you?
Oh, he's right there. One more. This is a tricky section right there. You can cyclocross it. I always unclip my left foot and push with my left foot there. See, Josh has a similar strategy. And this is a super tight turn. Made it. I think I unclipped there. See how Josh is doing it. Nailed it a bit faster. Ramil saying, go Ben, go! Rectech, no shame really. Yeah, really. It's okay, because one thing you need to know is that if you race Cat 2, you automatically beat everyone in Cat 3. So nobody in Cat 3 can say they were faster than you, because you did a longer race, so there's no way to compare. And even if it was the same distance, everyone who's higher beats everyone in the lower category, because you're not racing with the same people. It's not the same dynamic. So yeah, you got the, if you want the bragging rights, move up. Even if you finish last, you're gonna get some bragging rights. It's about improving. So as long as you improve, you're winning. Greg is saying better watch out. Derek will get you guys when the trail starts to turn downhill. Yeah, Derek is not far. See, Josh is there, having me in line of sight. We're right there, and Derek is not far behind us, so anything's possible. So I really paced up on the downhill. But Josh is pacing up too. Rectech Dave is saying I did the first Rim Nordic this year, moved up to Cap 2 for kicks, placed third. That's good, yeah. If you did third at Rim Nordic, that's good. Even with 6 racers, and even if there's 6 racers, it's always the 6 best, right? The guys who don't show up will have been below you anyway. That's always what I tell myself. It's always the best that show up. All right, that was a tricky section there. Josh got it. Because it's a tricky uphill. The trick there is you go all out. You go flat out and then just use the momentum to go up the rock. Alright, Josh is on my tail there. Alright, I make a mistake there. I had trouble with this one. See, Josh got the better line there. See, Derek told us to go take that line. I didn't do it. See, I paid the price. Alright, taking risk. Going all out. Josh is on my tail. Yeah, I wish I was there at Rim Nordic, Derek. And I'm gonna be racing downhill tomorrow. I'm gonna race at Mammoth tomorrow. So JBGTR said I saw you at Mammoth quite a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in Mammoth tomorrow. If you race downhill tomorrow, the VCDH series, let me know. I'm gonna bring a bunch of cameras. So next week I'm gonna stream the downhill race. So if you think you're gonna be there tomorrow, let me know. I'm gonna lend you a camera. If you could have as many runs as possible on the downhill race, that'd be great to show them all on the stream next week. VCDH at Mammoth Mountain. I think it's at. You gotta register by 3:30. It's free, and then the race is at 5:30 tomorrow. All right, Josh is on my tail there. I'm not making it easy for him to reconnect, and I'm going all out. Totally in the zone, hitting my marks. Joseph, is this a game? No, it's not a game. It's real life. It's recorded on GoPro. It was recorded 2 weeks ago, so we're watching the footage, the pre-recorded footage live tonight. Yeah, Derek, I'm gonna be there. The Grizzly 100 in September. It fits with my schedule, so I'm gonna be there. I just need to train for that a little bit, so I'm not an embarrassment. So I'm still feeling good, still feeling focused. You need a lot of concentration there. Because you want to hit your marks. You don't want to blow out the corners. I took one gel. I don't know if we saw it. I took one gel a bit earlier. That's usually just enough for me. One gel is enough in the middle of the race just to keep the blood sugar high, to be able to think. So Derek, you're doing a pre-ride, August 13th. Yeah, I should look at that. Maybe I can make it next week. Yeah. Let's talk on Facebook. I'd like to pre-ride the course. All right, so Josh is trying to stay with me, so I'm going all out. I'm going all out on the climb. I want to open a gap. What bike will you run for Mammoth DH? I'm gonna ride my Bronson. Yeah, I don't have a downhill rig, so I'm just gonna race with my Bronson. I'm gonna race on Follow Me. Passing the tandem. Alright, I'm opening a little gap on Josh. He's still right there. I don't want him to grab my wheel. It's an important moment of the race there. So I'm standing up, giving all I can. Jordan's killing it on the tandem again. Yeah. It must be so scary to ride Skyline on the tandem. Alright, so not wasting any time, trying to keep the gap. See, I got a nice gap there to Josh, so I was able to push hard at the end of the climb. It's important because I don't want to pull him so that he can recover on my wheel. So I keep the gap open.
Keep it up.
Keep it up on the left. I should.
Thanks.
Alright, good gap. See, that's where we are. Josh and I together here. Derek's still climbing there. And then the leaders are starting to get spread out a little bit. I think Pacheco broke away, so Pacheco must be somewhere here. He had a decent gap. Pacheco is still leading the race. He's on his way to win the championship, the Kenda Cup Race Series. Peter saying, "Go Mexico!" Oh yeah, Checo is here. Greg said, "Hurt my wrist." Is it not another injury? Is it the same one, or is it a new one? Is it still the motorbike crash? Going hard again. So I'm really impressing myself there. I was surprised with the pace I had at the end. Usually I start to get dizzy, maybe start to get cramps there, but I was still feeling strong. My training program worked. If we look at my my data there, it's the big yellow peak at the end. So that means my form was really high and my fitness was high. So that's a peak. That means my fitness is high and my form is high. So that's the best I can be for a race, and it worked. It worked. I mean, sometimes when you know you should peak, you might push harder, so it might be a bit placebo. But sometimes I had good race, and I didn't know why, and I went back and looked at my data, and was like, oh, okay, I missed a bunch of training, so I was able to recover some form, and that's why I had a good race. So it seems that it correlates well. I mean, the graphs, the data correlates with my feeling during a race. So I think that's a good tool. Look it up, Training Peaks. It's a good way to structure your year, your training year. Greg saying, yeah, it's the same motorbike crash. Damn, that was a nasty crash. I'm still super focused, and I couldn't believe it. I was so focused during that race. It was like I was being chased by wolves. That was my mental image. I was like, okay, I'm being chased by wolves. I need to pace up. They're gonna hit me. They're gonna hit me alive. I was accelerating out of each corner. Josh is not so far. just enough to break the line of sight. So that helps me. Right, no line of sight. Because when you see the guy in front, it's a bit easier to follow, because you see him ahead, you see where he's strong, you see him when he's getting closer, so it helps you pace yourself to close the gap. But when you lose the line of sight, it's easy to settle and to start to pace down, and you don't close the gap anymore. So when you're in front, it's kind of important to go hard to try to break that line of sight. It's kind of a psychological battle at the same time. You want to make it harder for the guy behind to follow you. But I know Josh is fast. He's gonna get closer on the downhill. That's the fun thing with this race course, is that we finish the race lower than we start, so we get about a good 15 minutes of extra downhill. Gavin Sublet is asking, can you please give Gavin Sublet a shout out? All right, shout out to Gavin. How's it going?
Carry up.
All right, passing the guys.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Derek saying it's such an extremely fun finish from the back of Summit on Skyline all the way to the bottom. Yeah, it's an enduro stage. It's 2 enduro stage, so we do 2 enduro stages back to back all the way to the finish, and it's fast. It's so fun to race there. The adrenaline is high and the stakes are high, and you don't want to crash, but you want to go all out. Last year it was awesome. I had an awesome race there with Aaron. You can look back on my videos. We were racing for the state championship. We both wanted the state champion title really hard, and we were wheel to wheel all the way to the finish line on that last section. We were just on the bleeding edge of disaster. It was insane. I just can't believe we didn't wreck. And then it came down to a sprint finish for the finish line. That was an amazing race. What speed going uphill, Brad? I don't know what's the speed. It's not so fast going uphill. I think it must be like between 5 and 5.8 miles per hour.
Thank you.
All right, Josh passing the traffic. Traffic is gonna play a role in the end of the race. We catch some, I think those are Cat 2. No, Greg saying don't ruin the race. No, that was from last year. Last year we had a battle at the state championship. This year is gonna be an interesting battle too. Look at we're close to each other. I don't think there's a line of sight. Maybe he's seeing me. I don't know if Josh can see me. Here we are. Looks like I'm taking a shortcut. There. My Garmin, might not be as precise. But no, I'm not taking a shortcut. I have video evidence. You know, it's funny on the flyby is very off. Look at that. But yeah, we see there was that little rock section there, and Josh is gonna be there in just a few seconds. So he's not too far behind. I don't see him, but I can feel him. Just saying, you cheated. Can't take the French lines when you're on camera. Yeah, that's the thing. I need to turn off my camera, take a cheater line, and then start it again. But yeah, Josh turned off his camera a few times, and I don't know what happened there. Now Josh was recording on a Hero 4 session, so he didn't have enough battery to record the whole race, so he had to turn off his camera, but we don't know what happened during that time. Yeah, if you want to check my camera setup, I put all the description of my gear in the description below. There's a link to everything I have.
Thank you.
I'm using a battery pack. So I use like a little lipstick battery pack on my helmet so that I can record 2 hours. So Josh saying I lost line of sight right about where the endurance turn around. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see it. I'm gonna drop the hammer there. Just saying, I was in the bike park throwing whips. Alright, we're about to go full out downhill pretty soon. I think there's about 15 minutes left to the race.
Thank you.
It's going to be a lot of traffic to pass. So passing the traffic right is important.
Thank you.
So what I do is I call them like as early as possible and as loud as possible. So the idea is to be, you don't want to be an asshole when you pass people, but you need to go through. It's a race. So the idea is to be an assertive gentleman. That's how I see it. So yeah, you need to be a gentleman, but you need to make it assertive, making like, okay, I'm about to pass, I'm coming up. And usually the people are really good. They're gonna move over. And sometimes it's not possible, so it's better to encourage them to keep going, so you don't lose time behind them.
Thanks.
All right, that was a good pass. Josh saying your jersey doesn't blend in well, so you're easy to spot. Oh yeah, you can see me from far away. Yes, that's what we look like. That's my jersey on the right there, and that's Josh on the left.
Coming up.
So dirt bike boys, and can you make a vid of a breakdown of your bike? Yeah, I could do that. I usually do it live. Got Park RC 900, Zero suspension 29er, SRAM Eagle 1x12, times pedal, near wheel carbon wheels, Kenda Cosmic Light 2 Pro tires. All right, that was the 10 seconds breakdown of my bike. Josh, I'm about to make a move there.
Right.
It's being polite.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, a lot of people there. Crucial moment. Josh says he still has line of sight with me. Look at the flyby. We're pretty close. Looks like we're on two different trails, but we're riding the same trail. Yeah, we need to put cameras on Pacheco. Would that be nice to see how fast he's going?
Thank you.
Alright, hauling ass there. Because if you look at the flyby, you know, I put the link below of my race, you can also watch the flyby. The interesting thing is the flyby, it shows the gap, and you see the gap increase or decrease on a graph. And Pacheco really put the hammer down on Skyline and didn't lift the foot, like it was flat out. That must have been impressive to watch.
Okay, way up on the left. Thank you. Good job, man.
Because I was going all out, taking risk, drifting a little bit. The tires were feeling really good. I can't imagine going faster than that. So I'd like to see the guys going faster, how they do it, what's the line they take.
Right or back. Got it, thank you.
Section is so fun, it's so flowy there.
Thank you.
Alright, good passing move. Look at that, so fun, leaning the bike is feeling good. Tires are grippy, I'm feeling confident. Oh yeah, I'm getting in the zone just watching this.
Woo!
Oh yeah, that was so fun, that section. I hope you like that.
Nice talking to you.
Are you riding tubeless? Yeah, tubeless tires. 2.2 on the Kenda Cosmic Light 2 Pro. I put stands in it.
Come
I
here.
think I was riding 19 psi at the front and 23 at the back. It was a good setup because the thing on this course is you get a lot of understeer. So I wanted to have a lot of grip at the front, and I can go a bit higher at the rear to make it a bit loose. Trying to generate some oversteer. Alright, so that's where Josh said he lost the line of sight with me. If we look at the flyby. So I'm here, Josh is here, he said he lost the line of sight. Leaders are here. I think that's John. John is there. I think Pacheco must be a bit further up there. And here we have Stewart, and I think David is there. David was having issues with his chain. So it's not over. We might pick up some positions.
Yep. My left.
Frederick said I shall start filming my rides. Yeah, I should do it, and it's a good way to have some souvenirs of your trails. You can look back at your old footage, like, okay, that's what it was back then. That's how it was. There, running a hands damp 2.35 front, 20 psi. Yeah, that's a good setup to get a lot of traction at the front, so you can reduce the understeer. This gives you confidence to attack the corners, you know, so you're not gonna drift. I don't know how direct you do it with a Sabre Pro at the front. Holy shit, that must be scary. You need to really be a pro to ride that setup. So that's an enduro stage right there. It's fast. Some braking bumps there. So there was an enduro race the day before. So I was expecting to find some blown out corners and brake bumps. But the Spark is working really well with the dual suspension on the Spark is working amazing. It feels almost like an enduro bike. Bernie is asking how old is your bike? So it's the 2017. It's a 2017 Spark. So it's a not brand new. It's about 1 year old. I got it in November, I think, last year. So about 10 months
Got
old.
it. Keep going.
See, that's why you gotta keep encouraging the guys, because it's not a good place to pass. So I don't want him to slow down to trying to find a place to let me go. So I'm telling him, keep going, keep going. I'm losing time, but I'm losing less time.
All right, on the right. Oh, left. Thank you.
All right. Good pass. Adrian, what's the budget for beginner XC? I don't know. I don't know what it is now. Derek.
Going up on the left.
Derek
Thank
can
you.
help you with that. Thinking 1500, but I could be wrong. I mean, you can always start with. I mean, my first bike was a $600 bike, and you know, it works as long as you get a good bike at a bike shop. You know, it can be the cheapest bike in a bike shop, and usually it's gonna be a good bike to ride the trails. As long as you don't go with a Walmart bike, you know, that kind of. Those are not really bike built for those trails. And it's gonna be dangerous. So, but yeah. Any bike in a bike shop, you can get the cheapest bike, and it's not gonna be dangerous.
Coming up. On the left. Thank you.
Didn't take the jump there. If it was an enduro, maybe. Yeah, 19 psi starts to get low. It depends on the tire too. Each tire has a different feeling. You kind of feel when the tire starts to squat, when you feel like the sidewall is starting to bend. You don't want that flex, and I don't like to have that flex. It's not very predictable. So I try to find that breaking point with each tire I ride, and then I go 1 psi higher than that. So for this tire, for the Cosmic, what I found is that 17 was the breaking point I found for my weight. So 18 was like the PSI I wanted to race, but then I went one more than that and still, so I went 19 just to be on the safer side. Greg is riding 28.30 on Sabre Pro. And Honey Badger, damn, that's high. I mean, but you're a big guy, Greg. You're a big guy. So you're tall. And you're riding a bit more aggressive than us, I think. So Adrian is saying a Genesis 2100. It's all right for the single track.
Thank you.
Alright, the wolves are chasing me. I'm not pacing down. Charlie's asking, where is this at? So we're in a Big Bear Lake. Big Bear Lake in Southern California. It's about 2 hours from Los Angeles.
If you got a chance, thank you.
Yeah, Greg is kicking our ass at Rim Nordic the other month. Damn. Charlie's asking Snow Summit. Yeah, that's at Snow Summit. We're about to finish at Snow Summit, and I think there's about 5 to 10 minutes of racing left. We're going all out downhill. It's the race for third place in the championship in the Kenda Cup. So we have two cameras on 2 athletes. So that's me right there, and the other one is Josh. And whoever finishes ahead of the other is gonna get third place in the championship. Alright, so I'm going all out, taking risks. Greg saying, I raced Pro XC 10 years. Oh yeah, so he's we call him the DH guy, but he knows how to XC. Oh yeah, Charlie, you're going to Snow Summit Tuesday. Nice. Lucky you. I have to go ride the park more. I haven't ridden the park as much as I wanted to. Hey, Salty Sally is here. How's it going, man? Alright, Josh. Not too far behind. There's a gap there between Josh and I. Not a big gap. Anything can still happen. I could make a mistake. Just need to blow out one corner and you can pass me.
Good call, man.
I love that section. The new front trail is a lot better than the old one. I don't know if you remember the old one. It was a bit steeper, but the new one is more flowy. I like it. Call Life is asking, is the Rim Nordic XC hard? I mean, it's physically it's hard because the climbs are steep. So yeah, the climbs are steep, so it's physical to climb. But the downhill is a bit more technical too. So yeah, I would say it's a bit harder than this. But yeah, it's a fun course. I think I don't think it's too crazy. Anyone can do it. The beginners don't have any problems with that. And you might have to push the bike on some climbs, but that's about it. Josh is saying race isn't over yet. I was making up time there. Yeah. So I knew that Josh would attack me there and go as hard. So that's why I'm going as hard as I can, taking risk there. I know this section a lot. I raced there a lot. Race enduro there. Yeah, Derek is saying Rim Nordic is my favorite place to ride. Yeah, no, it's amazing. If you never raced Rim Nordic, you gotta do it. It's this Sunday. This Sunday is the last race, so make sure you don't miss it. Alright, Josh is not too far. He's going all out. Alright, taking risk. Still feeling good, no cramps. I had my Camelback for this race, so I think that's my go-to setup now for racing in Big Bear and Rim Nordic. I bring a Camelback. I put the link in the description below, so I'm able to drink a lot more with that. It's not so much a quantity of water, but it's more that it's easier to drink. Charlie is asking, should I get a trail or XC or enduro bike? Yeah, Charlie, I would say if you have only one bike, I would say go cross country, because you can do pretty much everything with a cross country, unless you're a really big fan of enduro and gravity. But yeah, if I would have just one bike, I would get an XC for sure.
Coming up on the right.
All right, making some sketchy moves. And +1 Charlie. Yeah, he's 14, so I gotta start with 1, then 1 + 1, and it starts from there. I still have my one bike, my #1 bike, like my first bike shop bike. I still have it. It's 21 years old now. Alright, that's the end of the single track. We're getting on the road for the final sprint finish.
Take it home.
Alright, taking it home.
So bad right now. I'm trying to stay on your wheel.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Alright, and look at the flyby. Josh is right there too, and David is looking, he's having issues, so David is slowing down in front of me.
On your left. Shit, left.
Oh, sketchy pass there.
It's okay.
Left, no, the other left. Oh yeah, so David is slowing down in front of me, so race is not over. Josh just lost a bit of time there. We're about less than a minute to the finish. See, that's David there. David got a broken chain. So I'm now in 4th place. I was 5th all the way till then. So now Josh is in 6th place. Is he gonna be able to catch me? Is he gonna be able to catch David? Frederick, how old are you? I'm 37. Yep, 37 years old. First season in pro, racing for fun. Alright, Josh is going all out. I'm going all out. This is the end. Alright. I'm looking behind, like, okay, I think I got this. I think I got it in the bag. So I had to finish in front of Josh to get 3rd place in the series. So I'm finishing 4th. That's enough point to get 3rd place. Not enough point to catch Derek. Derek's gonna get
Thanks.
second place. But it's not over. Josh is in sixth place right now. So there's
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Whew.
David has a broken chain. So is he gonna be able to make it?
Did your lungs get bigger during the race?
Yeah.
All right.
There he is, David. So Josh picks up a position right at the end, finishing fifth. All right. That was the race, guys. That was a good
Whoa,
season.
don't fall. Oh man.
Oh man.
Good job, man.
Fuck, you pulled it out at the end.
See, that's why you push until the end. You never
That
know.
sucks for David. So
Man,
David
that sucks.
David was in second place for a while.
Sorry.
So that's the final
Yeah.
series standing. So Alfred Pacheco takes the win. Another amazing season. I think is it the third time? I think it's the third time he wins the Kenda Cup West Series. Pacheco is unbeatable
I caught up to you, I
from
was like,
Mexico.
all right. Maybe I can do it. Maybe
Derek
I can do it.
got a second
like, oh,
place
man,
out
I
of
need to- I
consistency.
need to
Was
open again
having
on the
some
climb.
great results. Got a few podiums.
I never thought I could do it. I was sure you were gonna stay with me there.
Like, well, I'll take it easy on the first half of the climb, and then I'll push it out on the second half. And then on the second half, you pushed even harder. And I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll get him into technical climbing. Nope. Maybe I'll get him on the downhill.
That was a tough
Hey, good job.
Thank you, man. How'd you do?
How did it
that
go?
was a
the
tough
front?
race. It felt good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I should have been fourth, really fifth. Sam would have got a flat.
Stewart
Yeah.
Was out.
Hey, that counts, though.
I know.
Stewart
And
got
I
third.
caught third. And then he
Oh yeah, and let's not forget John Noble, second place of the day.
come around the corner and he's right
So-
there with a busted.
So Pacheco got the win of the day.
Oh yeah.
John got second, and Stewart right there got third.
Because I passed him right there.
So we
yeah,
can look at
I
the
saw.
we can look at the podium. So that's the podium of the day. Pacheco first, John Noble, a nice second place. Wasn't sure he was gonna race with us or don't going to do the endurance, and then Stewart third place. Amazing race, and that's the podium for the series championship 7 race Kenda Cup West Series. So yeah, it was a great season. Thanks guys for following. Thanks guys for watching. It was a good season, a good long season. I'm gonna keep racing. So stay tuned to my channel. Hit subscribe if you want to know when I stream next. Next stream is gonna be next Thursday. 8 p.m. Pacific time again. I'm gonna stream a downhill race. So I'm gonna race downhill this weekend at Mammoth Mountain. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Just saying nice Photoshop. Yeah, Sam missed the podium there. He DNF unfortunately that day, so Sam missed the podium. I found that on his Facebook page. So yeah, if you miss your podium, you give me the right to Photoshop you to the podium. So that's what happened. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone in the chat who tuned in, and all right, I'll see you guys at the next stream. All right, cheers.